that they know, that they are comfortable in, and they know that they can execute well, and that's just it. So in order for you to do that is you don't need to be overly creative as well. You need to know what to do for yourself and what you're comfortable with, and at least you can bring it to a 50-50.
Yeah, hopefully they can bring it to a 50-50. I think Tiger Wong just has better overall protocols before situations even occur. I think, they're very self-disciplined in that sense, and I can appreciate that. But once again, we are seeing Tiger Wong Esports going on to the blue side and Tupai Esports on the red side. Once again, I'm noticing a lot of people really like playing that red side. They'd like to have that counter pick capability.
Yeah, and it's going to be the same ban, Banny, pretty much same so far. So are we going to see? Okay, so what kind of pick that Tiger Wong Esports did that actually made Tupai Esports suffer the most early on? I would still put it as a Farsa, frankly speaking. I think they've gotten away with it way too much. Not only from this game, but also from the previous series. I am kind of surprised. Why don't people either ban it? I know there are limited amount of bans, or really try to find a way of countering the Farsa.
Well, I think, for the most part of it, you need to be at the right place at the right time. That's something that you may not necessarily have control of. Lapu Lapu, for an example, his job stopped the feathered airstrike. But every time the feathered airstrike came out, and the one time that feathered airstrike actually got cancelled, but the damage was already done, was from Jeff Hardy's overall around the wall flank. I don't think you can always set up a situation perfect for it, but I do think you can throw a lot of bodies at it.
Ooh, okay, and that's going to be a bit tough, right? Because you say that throwing bodies, like Tupai Esports is based on that one game that we're seeing. They're not good at throwing bodies because they go in individually for the most part.
Okay, that one comes down to that comes down to communication more than it does about the style of which they throw their bodies at them, right? I think with some better communications, a little bit sharper on what's actually important in the game, Tupai can had some really good positions there to punish. So that's what I want to see in this upcoming game. I don't think the bans are really changing. I'm seeing a lot of familiar bans here. I'm seeing the Joy. I'm also seeing the Wan. I'm seeing the Farmers get banned out here. Okay. Again, we haven't seen Predator just yet.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's another one. Veteran is a comfort pick for Tiger Wong. So this will be the dilemma if you were to buy esports, right? Like, do you ban out something that you have seen in previous series that's comfortable to your opponent? Or do you want to ban out something that punish you hardly in that game one?
Compared to giving away Arlot, I think you just ban out the Arlot here, right? I think you just
True
have
enough.
to.
Yeah.
Or unless Tupai really want to disrespect them and throw the ball into Tiger Wong Esports' court, they can just ban Fredrin and be like, choose what you want. Or ban out Kaja. Now you have to decide, Tiger Wong, what do you want to? For all we know, we could be baiting ourselves here. But there we go. Tiger Wong, without hesitation, locking in the Arlet. Let's see how Tupai Esports wants to deal with it. Now,
okay.
I said I wanted to bring up facts.
I was about to bring that up again.
Fun fact about Arlet, he does really poorly against anti-CC, because anti-CC essentially means that he loses the mark. I don't know why it works that way. I feel like if the mark is on him, even if he's anti-CC, it just consumes the mark. For some reason, it like purifies the mark. I don't know why that works. It just does. Tupai Esports this time, they're going to be locking in the glue. I guess they want a brick wall there, but they also lock in the Valentina, something that was doing very, very poorly last game. Tiger Wong this time going to be making sure that they have a gold laner that can self-sustain, or at the very least protect herself when they get away from me. In Melissa, I like that, but where is the CC? Where is the CC? We're seeing the Farsa come out. I'm fine with that. Farsa's fine, but we need to see combinations.
Yeah, we need to see. Let's see. If we were to talk about like some other combinations that they're comfortable with, maybe like we did see a Ruby earlier on, and Ruby is one of their comfort picks as well. Now the win rate for them has increased because of the previous round. Other than that, Glue is taken. So Edith is one of their comfort picks, and I would say Edith is an overall in this tournament a hot pick. not feel
okay.
it?
It's not that I don't feel it. It's
Okay.
does it work well with Tiger Wong? I'm thinking, okay, 2 forms of CC, and then when you get out of it, you also have so technically 3 ways to CC people, but mostly single target. Mostly single target. I think that's like my only issue right now. Tupai Esports, on the other hand, they lock in the Ling as we move into the second round of bans. Okay, so they have Ling there. I guess they want to get a snowball really early on. Banning out the Mart is kind of strange. Okay, they want to make sure that Tiger Wong Esports doesn't have the option to kind of run down, invade without any worries in the world. ALVA could go into the jungle for all we know. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the EXP lane.
Okay, now that I kind of think about it, I'm kind of worried about the link pick for Tupai Esports.
now you're worried.
Yeah, now that I think about it, because I'm comparing the pace of Tiger Wong Esports based on what we saw in game number 1. Like Ling requires a decent amount of farm to be activated. So if they are able to play with that kind of pace again, like look at how quickly they took out the top turret, and the moment they did that, then you take over the jungle, you take over those buffs. That is where Ling will suffer. So
that's a good point. That's a really good point. So that means the side lanes are going to be extremely important here, right?
Correct.
Because at least you're able to like gain some control back over the lane, and you have that extra man to push out the enemy jungler. All right. So Brody gets banned out here, which is a pretty good shot because we're talking about lane bullies here. Melissa is very good at just outranging her opponents outright, right? You throw the doll in the middle of the lane. If somebody happens to be in there, that's good. You start auto-attacking. Boom, you get free damage without really suffering anything. Brody, on the other hand, exceptionally good bully. 1 auto attack, man, that hurts. 1 skill 1, dang, I wish I didn't get hit by that. Fredrin gets banned out for the side of Tupai Esports. I don't know why though. I feel like
just because of statistically they do well.
I mean, statistically they do well, but at that point you might as well just like lock in the Fredrin for yourself and then ban out the Ling, right? Like why go against the numbers? I don't know. It's probably comfort pick for Tupai for sure.
Honestly, I would have liked the Ling on to Tupai Esports better. Sorry, I would have liked the Fredrin better than the Ling on the Tupai Esports. However, I guess like what you say, sometimes it's about comfort picks. Maybe they're like, okay, we're not comfortable playing Fredrin just because maybe we don't practice it, or maybe the hero pool is limited. So we can't think about that perspective. Now, for Tiger Esports, their next few picks, it has to be like a tanky-ish hero, right?
Oh, Lolita, that's really good.
Lolita, Ruby could make a return again.
Ruby could make a turn, but we're thinking about CC. I think Tiger Wong probably is going to take a Kai here. A Kai's not that bad. At least can push out Link, can cancel the Numenon Blast as well, can create a lot of space for the team. Most importantly, enable somebody like ALVA. We need peelers here. I'm expecting Grok a Kai. I'm expecting... Ideally, it would have been Lolita, but, you know, you can't win everything here. What else is there? Is Kaja available? No, Kaja's banned out. Franco, I mentioned Grok earlier. Franco, is there anybody else with a relevant CC ult that I can think of off the top of my head? Kufra isn't too bad, but I think it's a little slow here. Okay, you got it right on the head. It works out. It works out. As long as they have somebody to set up, that's all that matters. It's an assassin matchup. Hayabusa up against Ling. Personally, for me, I would have definitely preferred to see Lolita on the Tiger Wong Esports side, but hey, you can't win them all. You can't win them all.
Yeah, and you know why I think it's Kufra, right? It's because obviously he's tanky enough. He can initiate fights, and he can also protect the backline. So it's very multi ways you can kind of use the Kufra for them. So looking at how they are currently set up is that they don't really have like an initiator per se, so they can use Kufra, or if they get attacked and then Feather Strike starts to come in, at least you have Kufra to also protect. So you've got like an offensive and defensive way of playing Kufra for Tiger Wong Esports, because that is pretty much their only option, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Oh, this is going to be a real tough one. This is going to be a real tough one. Tupai understands, hey, gold lane can't do anything about this. You know, let's just play for the later stages of the game. Ling, Valentina, and as well as Jeff Hardy, we got to try our best to make sure we get over the first lap of the race.
This is where I'm worried, because they are focusing on the late game. And whatever that we learned from game number 1 is that Tiger Wong Esports, they are fast.
They are fast.
Yeah, so if Tupai Esports were to be enabled, I would say Ling has to be really fast and be able to help their team win those lanes, get those pickoffs. The pickoffs, I would say, mustn't fail. The pickoffs must bring something back.
Yes, there needs to be good trades in this matchup, but here we go in this upper bracket round of 16 match number 3 here, second series of the day, second game. TWE Esports on the blue side with Tupai Esports on the red. Let's see how this plays out, and I think it's, again, these first early levels are so important. Whoever dies is going to be so far behind. But the best part here is that Lenzi, he's got to be careful. Level 2 not achieved. He could die, forces out a flicker from him. Nice movement from Farsa, getting some early advantages.
Okay, so this is what we talk about, like in terms of pace, right? Like WONG Esports, their pace, they're clearly faster. They started off at the bottom lane, whereas Tupai Esports, they're still kind of farming. Yeah, they do a little bit of poking in the middle, but it's not as significant as what we saw at the bottom lane. Even right now, Daddy Dudedo comes in and they could probably secure a first blood, maybe, but nah, it's slowly done.
No, it's not, but a good amount of damage coming in from Dodol. Ledley, unfortunately, because of that trade and because he doesn't have Flicker, he's in some trouble here, but manages to catch Rexy, which means that Lizard has an opportunity to actually kill. No, first blood going over to the side of Tiger Wong. The trades, where is it? Finally, Arlon ends up dying, but this is so bad for Letzi. He ends up dying at the worst time. He didn't hit his level 3 either.
Yeah, so it was a trade there, but so far what we can see is that, well, looks like it's not stopping yet.
Nope, not just yet, but no commitment.
Okay, cool.
No commitment, and I think that's an important fact because both sides, purple buff is coming up from Hayabusa, and nobody has the damage right now to actually capitalize on it, so good decision making from both sides. Just get your buffs, get on out of there. Farsa making sure that she is, oh my gosh. Rexy, who's the gold laner right now? Is it Melissa or is it the EXP lane? I've never seen this much babysitting for any EXP laner in my life.
Oh yeah, okay, that's really interesting. But we'll see. Maybe their objective is like, okay, let's just try to shove off the lane and let's try to get the total objective as soon as possible. Because we did talk about like how fast Tupai Esports needs to play. If not, TWE Esports will punish them.
Yeah, let's see how this plays out here. Nobody's really getting much here. The split is out. Feather Airstrike is going to be landing, but it's going to be a full commitment onto the fight. Who hits the retribution? It's going to be Tiger Wong, and now they're trying to back out. Do they see the opportunity? His glue stuns up 3, and that's what you want to see. Tupai Esports now seeing the advantage. They see the light to try and turn this around, but no, they trade one back. Can they get the kill? Arlon is doing a phenomenal job, but Letty wants to take his revenge. They end up trading up, and Tupai Esports walks away, no turtle, but 1 kill extra in hand.
Oh, that was sweaty. So, if you were to be in that fight, would you rather get the total or would you rather get the extra kill? I would say based on rough mathematics, getting total will be a little bit more worthwhile. Especially if like you're at this stage of the game.
Let me think about this. Yeah. I'm not seeing any level differences between anybody just yet. So yeah, I think the kills were definitely a little bit more important there. Dodol, even Dodol was able to recover his EXP deficit. Same goes for the EXP lane down on bot side. So that turtle didn't change too much. Most likely it changed for Saffril, but they're on their own little island here. Like Saffril is winning with or without that turtle.
Okay, but we're coming back to the point where Tupai Esports, they know that they must win D lanes fast because if not, WONG Esports can punish them. Because they're now very dependent on their late gamer, Mitsuno, going to scale. At this point, we can see that WONG Esports, they know that Mitsuno is also important. That's why they're focusing on the top lane.
Oh, yeah, but now the fight is already breaking out. Link wants to get to the middle of the mix. We see just got his Feather Airstrike back up in time, but they're just going to back away. A very good attempt, a valiant attempt even coming in from Tiger Wong. But you can see the full commitment from Tupai Esports, even bringing glue from bottom side to middle to ensure nothing happens. But Carry still ends up dying.
What?
An off movement. They didn't expect that timing to actually happen. He's all by himself, but Dodol doesn't have anybody to protect him. He's got to go back. Oh, okay, shadow kill not even committed just yet. Tiger Wong looking to try and bait out as many ultimates as possible before retreat. Jeff Hardy finds 3. Can they secure the kill on Downey? Do they don't know?
Oh!
He's still alive as we see the shadow kill come on through, securing 1 for himself. Letzi is already dead. Jeff Hardy next to fall. Double kill for Rexy. Rexley. He is doing a phenomenal job on this Arlet and continues to snowball.
Wow, amazing, amazing play indeed. I believe that whatever happened to Mitsuno at the top lane where he was killed, that kind of shattered Tupai Esports' plan, because I think his plan was like, okay, we start the fight, they use their skills, you try to come in and try to get some pickoffs from the back line, but because of that kill, they were like, okay, we have 1 man short, we don't have that extra ability to slow down opponents, so it became very, very difficult.
Jeff, they didn't calm that time. Both were jumping for each other, and now they were still isolated, giving a free kill over to Hayabusa. Unlucky indeed, but hey, doesn't mean that Tupai Esports is completely out of this. Now, as we were mentioning earlier, right, a lot of the game is dependent on real Mitsuno to actually scale in this game. What Tiger Wong Esports, and especially for Safra, what he's doing really good, he dragged out the laning phase on purpose, knowing that he could zone out real from EXP and as well as gold, and has total up to a 2-level lead against him.
And look at that, on top of that as well, the reason why they kind of focus onto the top lane and they managed to get the turret this fast, and we did talk about how fast they could get it. Well, that just happened. Those shots, right? That just kind of stopped Mitsuno from actually scaling. And now Mitsuno, how is he going to catch up? It's going to be tough for him, considering that he died twice.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard, but they're still going to try and play around him. They're going to try and take this. Oh my goodness, who's? The feathered airstrikes come down. They blast each other. Oh no! Oh, no! I really thought he was going to go for an all-in commitment, knowing that Rexley is nearby. Very brave, very bold, and this is going to cost the mid-tier 1.
Okay, so now jungle control for Tiger Wong Esports. They know they have it in the bag right now with all 3 turrets down. And because of that, 3 turrets down, jungle control. This total is definitely going to be theirs. So Tiger Wong Esports is just starting to snowball. But on the other hand, for Tupai Esports, for Mitsuno, he's finding lesser resources to actually scale himself up. So if we talk about, like, if we were to draw a graph, they are going to fall back way behind if they don't try to win back the jungle side of Tiger Wong Esports.
Yep, and this is what we see from a lot of high-level teams, right? Once they have that first cut on their opponents, they make sure that they never recover from it. And I think that's what Tiger Wong Esports is doing right now. They already had the side lane advantages, and now they're just pressing it even further. It's just unlucky that both sides ended up taking a lot of punishment, all because of Rinse. And I gotta respect the guy. He understands how players think. I would have expected Rinse to have backed off up in the gold lane, but he comes back in with the feather airstrike, catching carry off guard. Like, you gotta respect that.
Oh, okay, that was a close one there in the middle, but everyone from Tupai Esports was around anyway. So looking at, in comparison, the level of discipline, Tiger Wong Esports, he knows, okay, he goes in, to what extent can he stay there? Okay, I go in, I poke a little bit, so sometimes the objective is not about getting those kills. Right? The objective is about, okay, your opponent is too low, he's forced to retreat, therefore you open up some room to actually secure some objective.
Oh, let's see, he's already gone. Doesn't even stand a chance. Dicer Shuriken, not even to the Oki Shadow kill. Gogan is just too far ahead, and even Glue can't tank the amount of damage. Tiger Wong Esports, it's not like they are making very, very good plays. It's that Tupai is unfortunately feeling desperate, following their urges, and Tiger Wong just lets them have it. Just, yes, please fall into despair, fall into our traps. We don't have to do much.
At this point, it feels like the same scenario as before, right? Like, there's nothing. How is Tupai Esports going to scale from here? And plus, they're very dependent on Mitsuno. If he doesn't have space to farm and they're pushed in on behind, I don't know, man. It's kind of tough. So now, the best thing they can do is that hope for a pick-off. But the problem is Tiger Wong Esports, the discipline is just good. Like, they know not to overextend.
Yeah, but let's not just their discipline. Look at the positions that they're taking onto the map. They are hiding in very common spots that we see for just, you know, engages, but more importantly, they've adjusted it, right? They're not all in one place. They're making sure that they are locking down Lyzern. No matter what wall he finch poises to, Tiger Wong Esports will know about it. They are making sure that Lyzern cannot play this game.
Initiation. This is where we did talk about the Kufra usage for Daddy Dudedo. He initiates, great. And that's what they needed because they don't really have a strong initiator on their side. And he made good use of it. He knows exactly which bush to be at. And by him doing that once, can you imagine the psychological damage that is done onto Tupai Esports? It's hard for them to come out after that.
I mean, I can understand why Tupai Esports is like, you know what, maybe touching grass isn't such a good idea anymore, man. It is a scary position to do, and especially if you're Jeff Hardy, it's your job to do it, and you know sometimes, like, I kind of don't want to die anymore.
Yeah, because if you do that again, then your teammates or you yourself will reflect, like, oh yeah, you did the same mistake again and again. So that kind of like forces him to like play really safe behind. But if you do that, come out, like, whoa, wait a second, wait!
What? Oh, that was so fast! Rexy's ultimate pushed them to the side, which bought him an extra couple of seconds for the feathered airstrike to just bombard them from the top. Zafril straight for the crystal. He's trying to end this as soon as possible, but no minions just yet. As now Tiger Wong Esports, the final nail in the coffin is here, pushes him aside. The stolen feathered airstrike is going to clear off the waves. The crystal isn't dead just yet, but the second waves have collapsed on the inhibitor turret. Tiger Wong want to end this, but they also can at the same time. Another feathered airstrike just to show dominance. They need to put a full stop to this. This is just cyberbullying at this point. They can end the crystal, but now it's going to be Tupai Esports' opportunity to try and turn this around, defending the base from all sides. When do they call it quits? Oh. No, the disrespect coming in from Zafril. He doesn't care. He has Inspire. Too farmed, too ahead, too strong. Tiger Wong takes game number 2 as well as the series.
It's almost a 13,000 gold difference when the series ended.
Ooh.
So it kind of makes sense why they were confident enough to like, oh, okay, despite we're low, despite some of our skills are on cooldown, but we don't really need to back up because just by auto hitting, even that damage is enough for them by the point.
Look, Tiger Wong, they knew